Good morning. It's another Members Only Monday here on YoungFemaleEntrepreneurs.com, and I'm your host, Jennifer Donogh. You can tweet me at Jennifer Donogh. This is the daily live webcast called Jenn Cast that happens every Monday through Friday here on YFELive.com for about 15 minutes at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Today's theme, like I was saying, is Members Only Monday. Every Monday we talk about young female entrepreneurs, except for today we're doing an award season theme twist. So last night was the Golden Globes. I know some of you were tweeting that you didn't care about it. That's totally cool with me, but I do care about it. I love the Golden Globes. I love all award seasons. I love anything where you're giving people trophies and they have to come up and say thank you for it. Anything. So along with that, it's also something very important for my husband. It is football playoff season. Is that what you call it? Right? Playoffs? Okay, so that's the thing with me. I don't care a whole lot about football. I do care about it because our team is in Seahawks. We're in the Seattle area, and our team is in the playoffs, and they're playing the 49ers on Saturday. My husband is so about it. It's very stressful in our house because of it. And so I like the concept of game day award season rituals. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk a little bit about the hosts. And then we're going to talk a little bit about specifically young female entrepreneurs and how that relates to award season, celebrities, that type of a thing. Why are you making that face?
What?
Is the audio off?
No, everything.
Okay. Oh gosh. I have, for everyone that's watching, I have my mother in the studio who's also my business partner, and she's trying to get this recording thing down, and she's not doing a good job of it today because she keeps making faces at me, and it's making me really nervous. So anyway, one of the things about doing live webcasting is that you have to prepare for the worst. Essentially, you have to do all sorts of tests. You have to make sure that you have backups in place, and then just know that everything is going to work out. And one of the things with the Golden Globes is that actually yesterday there was an issue with the sprinklers. So they say sprinklers, and this is a story out of The Guardian that they talk about this, and they say that it was rumored to be the not the sprinklers, but in fact sewage line that broke. Could you imagine these $1 million dresses going down the red carpet and having sewage on the red carpet? So hopefully it wasn't that, and hopefully it really was just the sprinklers. But my first lesson for the day for young female entrepreneurs and for Jenn Cast and for the whole Golden Globes thing is, again, any live event. I love live television because of this, because you never know what's going to happen. I love live webcasting. That's what we do for our company. You never know what's going to happen in it. There's the good and the bad of that. It's fun to have a guest on and have them say crazy stuff, but at the same time, if something goes bad, it's incredibly stressful. So if you do any kind of webinars, live webcasting, Google Hangouts, if you put on a live event, always make sure that you have every single thing lined up in a checklist that you're saying, this is all the stuff that could go wrong. These are all of my backups, and this is how I'm going to deal with it. And hopefully the celebrities took it with just a fun, whatever, pat on the back, our dresses are getting ruined essentially, but we're just gonna have a fun night. Luckily the Golden Globes is the drinking awards show, so that is a plus. So I just wanted to say hi to all the ladies that showed up. I want to do a shout out to Tacoma Mom Blog at Tacoma Mom Blog. She just launched Tacoma Mom Blog TV. So make sure that you guys all check that out. Very cool for her. I love it when all of you guys, when you share things on Instagram, by the way, because that's how I stay in the know with what's going on. So again, we're talking about the Golden Globes here, Members Only Monday, and football. And one of the things that I really love about this time is you get to kind of see all the weird nuances when you're put in high pressure situations, what happens. And so celebrities, a lot of them came up last night saying, I didn't prepare anything. I don't know if that's just like a good luck kind of thing or a superstitious thing. For some people, I think it is, and for others, I think it's just to be humble, that they really honestly didn't think that they were going to win. But everyone seemed to have like little rituals that they do in getting ready, what they like to do to make sure that the night goes off well. And the same thing goes with football. So they, certain players have certain things that they do beforehand, certain ways that they stretch, certain places that they go, certain like little things that they do before they get on the field. So I was going to ask you, my question for today is, what is your game day ritual? Whether it's an award show or if it's going into a sales pitch or whatever it is, I think that we should all have game day rituals. I currently do not have one, and I don't know how that's possible. I coached a drill team in high school, and we were full of rituals. The girls lived for rituals. And so I can't believe that didn't bleed over into like business wise for me. Like before they'd go on the floor, they'd have certain things they'd do. They'd have to hold their hands certain ways. When they were getting awards, they'd have to hold certain animals. Like it got really strange, but it calmed their nerves and actually made them really feel hopeful. And so I think game day rituals is definitely a positive thing to take away from both the Golden Globes and the football playoffs. So again, comment below, comment in the chat. What is your game day ritual? I'd love to know. So really fast side note too with the Golden Globes. I really appreciated seeing all the pregnant women at the Golden Globes. It's like they rounded them all up and said, are you pregnant? We're going to put you on stage. And as a pregnant woman, I would die. I would never do that. But good for them. Olivia Wilde was gorgeous. Kerry Washington, beautiful. And the thing that frustrates me as a pregnant woman is that none of them say when they're due. And so I can't compare myself to them. And it's really irritating. My mother said last night, they're due the same time you are. So you're doing good as far as size-wise. But anyway, so that's done with the side note. Sorry. So again, make sure that you comment with what your game day ritual is. One of the things that's really exciting about things like that, Tacoma Mom Blog is saying she doesn't have any. She needs ideas. I think that, looking at what others do is nice, but at the same time, noticing what it is around you. Like with my girls on the drill team, they just noticed what was around them. And then I think it helps when you have more than one person involved too, or even if you note what your habits are that you do every once in a while, making things your own. Like with one of our players, who is it? Is it Marshawn Lynch or is it Russell Wilson? I forget which one that they throw Skittles at because he loves Skittles, and they've actually incorporating those things into your personal brand so that people know you have specific things that you do is also a good way for you to be seen as an individual or to stand out apart from people. It might seem a little crazy, but at least it's unique. So going on with the Golden Globes theme, celebrities, a lot of people were back there. One of the things with Golden Globes and award shows that always makes the press is the fact that they get these awesome little swag bags, and the Golden Globes is no different. One of the things that was really exciting, though, is that on Instagram, you can follow YFE at YF Entrepreneur on Instagram. I tell you, I hang out there a lot. So anyway, I found out that a few of you actually, one of them in particular we've talked about on here before, Philosophy Mama. She sells Philosophy, their superfood packages. We've talked about her, like I said before. And she was featured as a product in the Golden Globes swag bags. They have a number of them. They have them even starting at nominations. And all of these different PR companies come out with them. So if you're interested in getting into it, I will try and put some links up from the ones that I found. But for example, one of these is Distinctive Assets. If you just Google, you'll also find articles about people that have gotten into swag bags. But I definitely encourage you, if you have a product, to look at it as your goal for next year, because I think it's something that is definitely sets you apart. And if you can get in the hands of an influencer, that's awesome, right? So I'm sure there is a high price point involved. One of the companies I was looking at for the Golden Globes, just for nominations, was something like $2,500, which actually is really not that expensive. I was thinking it was going to be something much higher than that. And so anyway, definitely look at it. Tell me whether or not you think that is something that's worth it. I think getting your product in the hands of any influencer is incredible. And just to be able to say my product was somebody liked this. So yeah, even there's this entrepreneur article that talks about it. It's called The Oscars, How to Get Your Swag Inside the Celebrity Bag. I found a number of articles like that. So if you're interested in doing that, definitely look it up. On the flip side, another awesome thing is when a celebrity wears your products. And Amanda Pearl is a company that I followed for some time because the founder is actually from Seattle area. And she has a fantastic story. She was in the Pacific Northwest Ballet. She's now in New York City, and she's a mom now, and she creates these one-of-a-kind purses. And I think she named the company after her grandma. But anyway, she was on Instagram last night sharing all of the celebrities that were wearing the purse or using, having the accessories. And so that was really fun. So getting a celebrity to wear your product and to be shot, to be shown in it is also exciting. Definitely think about that in the future. I'm sure everyone is thinking thinking about that and wants it to happen. But, starting right now to make that your goal next year if it didn't happen this year. So a couple more things. Amy Poehler and Tina Fey obviously hosted yesterday. One of my big takeaways for that was just the idea that these two are friends. They are very influential as far as women goes in comedy, and they were both, I don't know, it seems like they would both be very competitive because they're often nominated in the same category at the same time, and neither wins when they are nominated at the same time. This time Amy Poehler was nominated in the comedy as the actress category. I forget exactly what it was called, and she won, so that was exciting. But I really loved them hosting together. I thought it was hilarious. I was sad that they weren't on more, but one of the articles that CNN wrote about them, I thought you guys would find interesting. Amy Poehler, so we've all read Tina Fey's book, right? Bossy Pants. If you haven't read it yet, you need to read it, and you need to get it on Audible. And actually, we have a link on YFE Live. If you click the little ad button, you can get a free book and support YFE at the same time. But you can get that book for free, and it's hilarious to hear her read it. But anyway, so we know a lot about Tina Fey, I feel like. Amy Poehler, I honestly didn't know that much about, and she's a co-founder of the New York's Upright Citizens Brigade. She was one of that's how she got her start in Chicago, and she brought it to New York. So technically she's an entrepreneur. And also she started recently, I bet a lot of you have watched the Smart Girls channel on YouTube. And she does Ask Amy and all sorts of fun videos, and it's all positive, happy stuff. So I definitely check that out. But I think she's a fantastic role model. And one of the things that I found out too about her is that she's a mom of 2 boys. Isn't that cute? I'm going to be a mom of 2 boys. And on the flip side, Tina Fey is a mom of 2 girls. So anyway, very cool about the 2 of them. I hope you guys had fun. How many of you actually watched the Golden Globes? That's what I want to know. Alyssa Morrissey, I am pregnant. You're 7 months? Oh, how fun. I'm 6 months this week. I feel huge. At You Bren is saying her ritual is what she wears. She usually sticks to a brooch or a double strand of pearls when she has a presentation. No, that's totally not crazy. I think that's fantastic. Little things like that, I think, really bring out your personality, and it's fun to know about. She feels like it gives her powers. I like that. That's awesome. So to wrap things up, a couple of things. Number 1, awards. So we're talking about Super Bowl stuff, Super Bowl and Golden Globes, awards for entrepreneurs. There's tons of them out there, tons and tons and tons. But find which ones. I definitely encourage people to apply for awards, apply for a nomination where that's available. If you find anything, always apply, because it's great PR, right? A lot of these celebrities are going to become instantly out in the spotlight this week because of their accepting the speech, what they've done, what they wore, all of that type of thing, just being there. And so they're open to a lot of other networking possibilities. They're open up to a lot of other roles. There's just opportunities everywhere because of simple awards. It's just something to set you out in the media. So there's lots of awards available to entrepreneurs. It just depends on what your industry is. Obviously, some of the big ones that you actually get awarded for as an entrepreneur are things like the Inc. 500, Inc. 5000, that type of a thing where you're awarded for making a lot of money. There's so many other ones that you can look into. So I definitely encourage people to this week look into your rituals. What type of rituals do you have? And then also to apply for awards. So hopefully you'll come back here tomorrow for Try It Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern here on YFElive.com for another Jenn Cast Daily Live webcast with myself, Jennifer Donogh. You can tweet me at Jennifer Donogh. And so tomorrow what we're going to do is actually try out weheartit.com. And this is a site that I found out about a couple years ago when one of the YFE's, interns, she was taking a lot of images off of We Heart It to use in the blog, and we had to have a copyright discussion. But it's funny to see how far it's gone, and this is supposed to be the next social network. So we're going to try it tomorrow. Again, hope to see you back at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Make sure that you sign up for YFE.me/mailed to stay in the loop with everything young female entrepreneurs. Thank you so much, and have a great Monday.